Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. This article has to do with still Prime Minister of Great Britain, Boris Johnson, who visits Ukraine and meets his employee, Zelensky. And he is going to tell us certain things that are meant to scare us, or better put, scare the British people, and convince them by scaring them that paying for this war in a different country is beneficial to them and their children, so therefore they should not complain about the higher energy bills that will come this fall, winter, next years. So this is basically what's happening. There's no secret that in any society, or at least in the modern society, the biggest group is the one that is very easily scared, the one that is weak, and the one that is coward. And it's very easy to manipulate, and you turn them left and right if you tell them that their discomfort will be, hurt here and there. Therefore, they will listen gladly to the authority figures because they don't have independent thinking and they don't have courage, or vice versa, they don't have courage and independent thinking. Therefore, they're waiting for others to dictate how they should live their lives. I'm a little bit upset about this manufactured crisis that right now lingers in the Western world and affects actually the entire planet. And this manufactured crisis has to do with those sanctions on Russian gas for something that really was not there. And they tried to rally our support by scaring us and giving us comfort that united and paying higher bills, we will deter the evil Russians from, and this is the scare point, for invading us later and becoming their slaves and taking all of us to the gulags in Siberia. This is the in a nutshell what's going on. So if we do not agree with paying for this war in a different country, then we will end up in the shackles, taken to Siberia by the Russians. This is the scenario they put forth for us to accept. And if we don't accept it because we have brains and courage, then we are called names and they send the mob on you, which the mob is exactly the coward and the dumb masses, which gladly or accept the status quo provided by these guys in charge of all of us. All right, so this was an introduction to this article coming from The Telegraph from August 24th. Boris Johnson visited Ukraine and says that Boris Johnson says this to you, my British friends. We are paying higher bills. Ukraine is paying in blood. All right. Well, how about we are eating steak and 99% or 90% of the world is not eating almost anything? How about that? And how about we drive cars? And how about we have drinking water? And how about you have a suit on? And how about you have drivers? And how about you make as much as you make? And other people don't make anything. How about that? Because we are all together in this. So this kind of shaming tactics, in order to make us feel guilty for something, it's not working, at least with me. Because nobody gives me anything. I take it. If someone gives me something, it was one person who gave me $20 when I came here to the United States. And was a Romanian millionaire. He gave me $20 to eat lunch somewhere. That's it. So I didn't ask for it, but he felt probably, look at this guy, is a newcomer here, let me help him with something. He gave me $20. Thank you very much. I don't want to be given, but opportunities. If there's opportunity, or the right to access the opportunities. That's what I want. If everybody else has access to opportunities, I want that access. I want equal access to opportunities. It doesn't mean that I will get, I will fulfill whatever I'm trying to achieve. I might not be good enough, or I might be better than others. That's called competition, based on your skills and values and valor that you have or you don't. You have more here, you have less there. So Boris Johnson is telling us that you should shut your pie hole up and go to work, pay your taxes, because there are other people who pay in blood, and you should feel guilty about it. And if you pay more for the bills for some people that you never know, will never know, and never known before, it's because, I don't know, Boris Johnson tells you that. Boris Johnson has urged the British public, that's you guys, to endure higher energy bills as the price of freedom in Europe because Ukrainians are paying in blood. So if Ukraine falls, the scenario goes, you're gonna be in shackles. The freedom of Europe falls. Why? Judging by that, I don't even know, statement, when your child asks you to go to the store, don't let your child go to the store. Because once it gets out, a car will hit the child. The child might fall, trip and fall and hit her head on the concrete and die right there. Or become incapacitated forever. When you go to work, if you go to work, don't even turn the ignition on your car or push the button. Because your car might explode. Stay home, but don't stay home, because have you seen a lot of houses just fall, or airplanes might fall on your house, or maybe, who knows, maybe the Russians are gonna hit right where you are. You see, this unreasonable, safety concerns work with a very coward and scaredy society, which we have it right now. We have that kind of society, and this guy's plea and urgings work with them. It works. It works. That's why majority of people say, I'm going to pay higher, I'm going to have less of this, less of that, because they otherwise the Russians will be at my door, kick it in, and rape my wife, kill my kids, and I don't know what they're going to do with it, enslave me to work forever, like they did with the Germans after the war. Oh my God. All right? Okay. Could it happen? Yes, 0.0000000.1%. Should you not go outside because you're afraid of Russians now? You know what I mean? It's just like that. It's just like that. You want an example? Coronavirus. Coronavirus showed exactly what I just said. Speaking on a surprise visit, yeah, okay, let's go and see what this guy wants. It comes amid fears that spiraling energy prices and the wider cost of living crisis could weaken the resolve of European governments. While Emmanuel Macron, Salvini in the UK, a new energy price cap which comes into force in October, will be announced by Ofgem, the industry regulator, on Friday. A rise from the current £1,971 to around £3,600 per year is expected. Yes, that is almost double. That's a manufactured crisis. Why is it manufactured? Because they impose sanctions on those guys without having to. They could have imposed sanctions on other things, but they did it on that, so they don't have money. So they can't beat the Ukrainians. So that's how you help. Because if the Russians beat the Ukrainians, they're going to attack you next. So go and pay and shut your mouth. And he says it could then top £5,000 in January and rise above £6,000 in April, according to forecasts. Let me repeat that for everyone to hear again, because I repeated it's again, right? A rise from the current 1,907, so £2,000 to around £3,600 per year is expected. It could then top £5,000 a year in January and raise above £6,000 in April. So you're going to pay 6,000 pounds from 1,971, right? So that's more than two times in what is September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. Is there April? April. Oh, there you have April. All right, so you got it 8 months. In 8 months, your bills, if you paid 1,771, now 1,971, now you're going to pay 6,000. And your incomes are going to be higher because the inflation shuts up. You're going to pay for everything more, and your income is going to get what? Maybe a raise of 1%, and you're going to be okay with your union. Fantastic. Fantastic. Manufacture BS. That's what you're going to have. So, my friends, it says here, meanwhile, the consumer watchdog, which said the government must raise its energy bills discount by at least 150% to 1,000 pounds, or risk pushing millions of households into financial distress. It's okay, they pay in blood, so go ahead. So this is the manufactured crisis that we have to endure, and it's going to get worse because some people over there decided, because they know better, and if we don't listen, the Russians are going to come. So you have the masses, you have the idiots, you have the cowards. That's what you have. And they are overvoting us in a democratic, into a mass democracy. There you have it. Is that how democracy is supposed to win and to be? I guess so. Socrates was not okay with that. Plato was not okay with that. For these obvious reasons. Because if you have here 10 people voting for a guy who promised them to take my money and give it to them, they will vote. And then what? Democracy at work, right? You have 10 people and me. And let's say I make this amount of money. If they vote to get my money, to have the government force me to give them the money, they can do that. If the time is right. And that's coming, and it's already there. Look at the student loan. Look at the taxes. Look at the perks that some people receive from staying home. And other people are working, and more taxes, more taxes, more taxes. And you work more, and the taxes are higher. That makes you not to work. What's the incentive? What's the incentive to work? There's no incentive. The incentive is to stay home and get the taxes from those guys who are stupid enough to work. And the government who takes their taxes, and if they don't pay their taxes, they're going to come with and take it and give it to you. Great country, great society, fantastic democratic system and economic system. I feel like vomiting. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just, and pay more.